The 1990 Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a small but sturdy coin that carries the face of one of America's most influential founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. While it may seem like a typical coin to the casual eye, for collectors, enthusiasts, and history buffs, this nickel holds both cultural and numismatic value. Minted during a transitional period for U.S. coinage, the 1990 Jefferson nickel is not just pocket change, it's a piece of American heritage. In this video, we'll dive deep into everything about this coin, from its design details to its mint marks, from its value in today's market to the stories it tells about the past. Let's start with a closer look at the design. On the obverse, the front, you'll see a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. This design was originally created by artist Felix Schlag in 1938, and it remained largely unchanged until a major redesign in 2006. Jefferson's image is detailed and dignified, with his hair styled in the fashion of the 1700s. Above his head is the word Liberty, and to the left, you'll find the motto In God We Trust. The date, 1990, is stamped neatly to the right of his portrait, and depending on the mint where the coin was produced, a small mint mark appears just next to the date. These marks could be a P for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, or in rare error cases, a missing mint mark altogether. Flipping to the reverse side of the coin, you'll see an image of Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's Virginia estate. The building is elegant, centered perfectly on the coin's back with sharp architectural lines and fine attention to detail. Above Monticello is the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Beneath the structure is the word Monticello, followed by 5 cents, and finally United States of America. While the design remained the same for decades, small changes in die quality, wear, and minting techniques give each year's edition a slightly different personality. Now let's talk about minting. In 1990, the Jefferson nickel was produced at two major U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint struck approximately 661 million nickels, while the Denver mint produced about 627 million. With nearly 1.3 billion coins made that year, it's safe to say this nickel is not considered rare in terms of mintage numbers. However, not all nickels are created equal. Coins that were preserved in pristine condition, meaning no scratches, bag marks, or wear, can be worth more than their face value, especially if they're certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Let's explore coin grades and values. A circulated 1990 Jefferson nickel usually holds a value close to 5 cents, its face value. However, coins in mint state, MS, condition, especially MS65 and higher, can fetch higher prices. An MS65 coin can sell for around $2 to $5, depending on market conditions. If you're lucky enough to find a coin graded MS67 or MS68, the price can jump to $50 to $150 or more, depending on demand. Proof versions, especially those struck at the San Francisco Mint and designated with an S mint mark, are more sought after by collectors. These proof coins were specially made with mirror-like surfaces and finer details. A 1990 S-proof Jefferson nickel in PR69 deep cameo condition might be valued at around $6 to $10, but rare PR70S can go for significantly more. Now, let's dive into errors and varieties, which is where things get exciting for collectors. Although the 1990 Jefferson nickel doesn't have many major known varieties, minor errors do exist and can command high premiums. For example, off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned. Double dies, where you can see doubling in the letters or numbers. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting error. Die cracks or cuds, which are raised areas from broken dies. Even small die clashes or rotated dies can increase a coin's interest and, therefore, its value. Always check your coins under magnification. You never know what treasure you might spot hiding in plain sight. Let's now touch on collectability and demand. Most casual collectors overlook common-date Jefferson nickels, but those who focus on building full-date sets or condition-specific sets see the 1990 nickel as a key date to acquire. While it's not a rare coin, it is essential for completing Jefferson nickel albums. This means that coins in top-grade condition, or those with unusual characteristics, can see healthy demand on platforms like eBay, coin shows, or in collector communities. What about metal composition? The 1990 Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a standard weight of 5.00 grams and a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. It has a plain edge, meaning there are no ridges on the side, unlike quarters or dimes. The coin is durable and resistant to corrosion, which is one reason nickels from this era still look decent even after decades in circulation. Here's a fun fact for collectors and history lovers. The design by Felix Schlag was not an immediate winner. When the U.S. Mint held a competition in 1938 for the new nickel design, Schlag's original Monticello rendering was considered too modern and had to be redone to match the neoclassical style preferred by the Mint. The Monticello design seen on the 1990 Jefferson Nickel is the revised version that was finally accepted. So, each time you look at this coin, you're seeing not only Jefferson's legacy but also a piece of American artistic compromise.